All right, good morning, boys and girls. This is Mrs. Roberts. I am giving you a quick little mini lesson on list writing. So go ahead and get into your digital notebooks here. You're going to go to your mini lesson section of your notebook. So if you don't know where that is, you can go ahead to the table of contents and click on your mini lesson section, and it will take you right there. If you need more pages, all you need to do is go to the plus symbol, search for your mini lesson page, and you can duplicate more pages if you need to write. All right, so we are learning about our first writing assignment called um, uh, focusing on your identity, who you are, what makes you special, what's your culture, bring your culture, discussion of your culture into it. We watched a video about, right here, we watched a video about culture and what makes cultures unique and special, down to the food, down to the customs and traditions, religious holidays, traditions that you do as a family. That's your own culture. There are many different types of culture. It doesn't have to be necessarily your heritage, that's part of it, but also the culture of your family life at home. What do you do together as a family? Do you eat dinner together every night, or do you eat while watching TV together? Whatever you do, that identifies the culture of your family, and it is considered valid as well. So we are going to go ahead and start our brainstorming, our list writing. So you go to your mini lesson page, go ahead and write down list writing about, and you write your title, My Identity. Okay, and feel free to make this larger, make this smaller. All right, and you'll enter your notes. You can just go ahead and delete what I've written there. So make sure you also please fill in your date. So whatever the date is, please write your date in. List writing. For list writing, guys, you don't have to give me paragraphs. You don't have to give me entire stories right away. This is just to develop some ideas first. So you can literally just start with bullet points. You can do your one numbered list here. I like to do bullet points. And so just what I want you to do right now is I want you to listen to the way I think when I write, listen to the way that I talk out loud, and this is going to help you guys start to think about what you want to write down for a list. And remember, these lists are meant to help you in your first writing assignment for me, which is who are you, what is your identity, and just really being able for us to get to know each other a little bit on a little bit deeper level. So for me, you're going to get to know me today. Who am I? What is my identity? It's something that I don't really think of often. But I can say that my identity is that I am a teacher. I am a mother to an amazing baby girl. I am a wife to a supportive husband. I am Italian, and I'm very proud of my heritage. So maybe I want to go into a little bit more depth there. So I know that my family is from a little town that's close to the Leaning Tower of Pisa. So we are from Pisa, basically a little suburb town outside from the city there. Families from Pisa. Our Italian traditions are that we share recipes and love to cook. We are very family oriented, and we always take the time to gather with one another. And I might want to be specific. I'm thinking about maybe I can give an example of a time that really stands out in my mind where my entire family gets together, and it's usually over Christmas time. Yes, we celebrate Christmas as a holiday. And we always gather together at my parents' house and help make family lasagna with my grandfather's recipe. Um, and so maybe I can share my story for my writing. So maybe this is so when I go to write, I can focus on this retelling this story and me retelling this story about a time when we made family lasagna and we gathered around the table and talked about things that we did that week. That really shows my reader who I am, what is important to me, and what represents my culture. So let's see. If I wanted to go into more detail about being a teacher and a mother, maybe I can retell a story about how I came to teach. So when I studied abroad, in Sicily, that's how I found my love of teaching. I volunteered at an Italian elementary school to teach the kids English. And so this is really where I fell in love with teaching. These are all true stories. So that's kind of focusing on my teaching. I can give another topic about Emma, my daughter Emma, and how I identify as a mother. So a wife to my supportive husband. So maybe I can talk about the time or maybe I can give a story of our wedding. Okay, so what you've just seen me do, boys and girls, is and I can go on and on and on about this, but I've made a list of items that represent me. You are going to eventually choose one of these items on the list to develop into a larger story, whether it be a story, whether it be a personal narrative, whether it just be, this is who I am, this is what's important to me, kind of like what we read up here in your lesson notebook. Like this girl right up here. I'm 14 years old. I live in a small house. I'm biracial, cisgender female, brown eyes, lots of freckles. I have curly hair and I've grown to love it. I love to read and bake. I love to dance. So this is an example of kind of the topics that you will get into with your writing. And again, the purpose of this is for me as a teacher to see your writing. I'm not going to grade heavily on this first piece, so don't worry too much about certain things. This is giving me an opportunity to see who you are as a writer and what matter, and really more importantly, getting to know you as an individual student, which is the most important thing going into this year, in my opinion. So I want you guys to have some fun with it. And your goal with this writing assignment is to give me a minimum of 5 different topics. So I'm sorry, 5 different topics on your list. Okay. So that is your goal. Come up with at least 5 bullet points. And again, you can kind of go into more detail here. And then the next day tomorrow or the next day, we're going to get into something called brain dump. You're going to take your top 5 items and you're going to write as much as you can about each of those items. And so again, the purpose of this is to learn a strategy for developing ideas and writing. And this strategy is something that you can do in every class. You can do this in social studies. If your social studies teacher asks you a question to write a little short paragraph on and you can't remember everything and you have a couple of things in mind, write down those couple of things, write everything you know about those couple of things, and then choose the one that sounds the best. This is a really, really great strategy to use, even in science class, in math class. I know you guys are going to be doing writing in math. So again, utilize the strategies that we teach you in language arts and all of your other classes. Okay, thanks for watching.